Hi, I'm Giulia, and today I'm going to show you how to make a very traditional, another traditional dish that we have where I come from, and that, again, another favorite of my family, and it's literally little calzones. We call them Panzerotti, but the difference is that these guys, you fry them, you don't bake them. You could if you want, but obviously they taste different, they taste a lot better if you fry them. So anyway, I'm going to make a 2-pound worth of dough. So I have 2 pounds of flour right here. I have 1 tablespoon of, actually half a tablespoon of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of salt, and I'm going to use a tablespoon of yeast, dry yeast for the dough. So I'm going to measure the tablespoon of yeast, and I'm going to put it in the warm water, which I already warmed it up. And I'm going to put the sugar, because the sugar is going to help develop the yeast. It's supposed to bloom. So I'm going to just get a little spoon here, get it to mix a little, and then we're going to have to wait maybe 5 minutes until it starts blooming. And so we'll know that the dough is, the yeast is good. And meanwhile, we're going to get the flour on the board, and obviously you can use whatever you have that works for you. I'm going to put that on the board, and I'm going to make a well, which we're going to need a little bit, just a little bit, maybe a teaspoon of olive oil. I'm going to put in there. Actually, maybe I'm going to need a little bit more than this, so I'll just get the big bottle. Here we go. And this dough, it's actually a very good dough for pizza also, which probably, if I don't make all of them, this dough into a, these little calzones, I will use the rest of it to make a little pizza later on tonight for the family. And I'm going to start mixing this. I think the yeast is almost ready, so I'm going to start getting that finished off. Yeah, I can see there's like, see, forming on it. So what I do, I just help it along a little bit, finish dissolving it. Where I'm going to put the salt on the flour, because I'm not sure I'm going to need any more water. I don't want to risk it making it too soft. So I'm going to mix it with the flour. Just make sure that I mix it well. And this is a very good recipe for a get-together with the family and friends. You know, everybody can help chopping up whatever you want to put inside, because then you stuff them basically with whatever you like. The basic ones would be with mozzarella cheese, a little tomato, a little grated cheese, or then you can use vegetables. Like we use a lot of the times, I'll make the vegetables ones with the scallions that you saute a little bit, and those we use for Easter time a lot, when the days when we would not eat meats for the Lent period. And well, it became such a favorite of this family that no matter when I make them, I have to make those too, because everybody loves them. So it's a great, you know, entertaining kind of recipe. I'm going to use my hands. It's probably better than anything else. Okay, we want to gather all the flour, start mixing it, obviously. And this is the kind of dough also, it's pretty simple, it's pretty easy. You don't have to work very hard at it. Most of the times, now that I'm lucky to have the mixer, I'll put it in the mixer, I'll let the mixer do the work. But it doesn't take very long. And then it takes about an hour for rising. And after that, I'll show you. I actually, once I put together the dough, I'll make like little balls, like the size of you know, golf balls, and I'll let them rise, and then they'll be ready. When I'm ready to just make the the calzones. See, I'll need more water definitely. So you start adding the extra water. I started with a cup of water where I dissolve the yeast, and then have at least another half a cup ready, and just add it slowly. You want to make sure that it's supple enough for it to work nicely, but you don't want it too soft, otherwise it's going to be too sticky. So you keep adding, you keep working the dough. Okay, we might actually need more water. Look at that. We'll see. And you can add a little bit of the room temperature water. It's not going to be, I mean, the warm water helps the dough rise faster, but in an emergency, it's no big deal. Yeah, I just recently made these guys by a request from my grandchild, that his birthday was this month. And so yeah, we had one night where we stuffed our faces with them, literally. Okay, see, it's almost ready. It's getting there. Just a little bit more to gather all this loose flour. We can help with this. You knead the dough till you get it nice and supple. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these little balls. See, I'm going to cut them just so. So what you do is just working them a little bit more, making them so that the dough is actually nice, and keep going like this, making little balls. Keep going. Then what you want to do after you're done, cover with, I'm going to cover them with a piece of plastic wrap so that the little balls don't form a skin on it. And I'm going to put them in a dry place or draft-free place to rise. And it'll be about an hour. And then while these guys are rising, you can prep the stuff that you want to fill them with. What I do usually, you could use peeled tomatoes chopped in small pieces. What I found over the years is that if I pre-cook the sauce a little bit, or use whatever in a jar, it just works better because the peeled tomatoes contain so much water that while they're frying, the water might escape through the dough and it makes a mess. You know, in Italy, we used to use fresh mozzarella for everything. I found that also a problem because, again, fresh mozzarella contains so much water or milk or whatever that it tends to just escape. And again, it makes a mess. So I use the one that it's prepackaged, that it's, low moisture, that they call it. And it seems to work a lot better. Here we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some kitchen towels over them also, so they'll stay nice and warm and hopefully that's free. Okay. Make a little bed for them, like we used to say, my grandmother used to say, we're going to make the bed for the bread. And this is it. So then I'm going to actually stuck them in the oven. It's not on, obviously. It's just one of those places that you have in the house that will not have any drafts. So hopefully. And we're back. And as you can see, now the dough is ready. It's double the sizes. So I'm ready to start rolling them out. I'm going to put some of them on my board. Be a little easier. And I'm going to fill them with mozzarella and ham, which I cubed and chopped, and sauce. A little bit of grated cheese. And that's it. So let's start. Put a little flour on the board again. And just nice and easy. Get a little bit of a shape to it. It could be a round or it could be a little oval. You can stretch them a little bit not too much so that it won't break when you fill them. And you just keep going. And once I get like some of them rolled out, I'm going to start filling them. Those seems to be really nice and not too dry, not too soft. So there we go. We'll put some mozzarella, some ham, right in the middle. And you know, filling wise, you could do whatever you want. You can put, you know, vegetables. You can put different cheeses, whatever you like, really. It's all up to you. This is the traditional way. And we actually used a lot of the times, we use the mortadella, which is like an Italian bologna. And that was the one that we, you know, grew up on. But again, it's all a question of taste and what you have available and what you have handy. So that's it. And I'm just going to get a little spoon for the sauce. I'm just going to put a little sauce. Again, this is something that you could use, little tomatoes, whatever you have, or you know, sauce from the can, just enough to give it a little bit of a extra flavor. That's it, and then you close them. You can put a lot more mozzarella if you like. Okay, you don't want to put too much because once they start frying, some of it might come out. So what you do is you go around, you close them up, and really tighten them up. And if you want to be sure they don't open, you can always brush a little bit of water around the edge before you close them. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, now let's see. Oh, these look appetizing already. Let's see what happened with these guys. Should be fine, the oil now. See how they're sizzling. Maybe a little bit higher. Let's see. Hopefully nothing comes out. Sometimes they're, if the dough gets a little dry, you'll get the stuff to come out. I'm going to turn them so they'll just seal. See how fast they cook? Oops, come on, stay. There we are. There's the finished product. They look beautiful and they're so appetizing. Hopefully you will enjoy them and you'll try making them. They're a little bit time consuming, but they're so worth it. Thank you for watching.
What are you fixing, Vito?
The leftover from the last night.
Ah, nice.
I got some ham, you know, the string beans, or potatoes.
Beautiful.